Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Good Wednesday evening, race fans. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the Midwest Truck Series presented by SecureALift Boat Lift Restraint Systems. Round number 3. One of the toughies, Rockingham Speedway. Tight little, nearly 1 mile. It is about 5/100ths of short of being a 1 mile track. High banks at both ends, kind of got a little dog leg going on the front stretch. Tricky because it's still just a touch bumpy, but it is it's almost like a shrinking radius corner at both ends. It's really crazy how much speed you carry. I'll tell you, kind of happy right now. We're watching Greg Smith. He is the quickest in the session. And the second quickest truck, well, boy, if you didn't know anybody, you'd think they looked a lot alike. They are very similar. both sporting the Digital Sim Sports Network logos. So, see if those boys can do something after practice. Right now, Justin Durand, not on the racetrack, but he's fourth quickest. He's your points leader by just a skosh over this guy right here, the house truck. Brock Bigelow, that SecureALift number 27. Had a second place at Indy and a win last week at Dover, and he is looking to keep that podium string alive. Now we're going to try to see what he does tonight. Top 5 got to go to the back end of points, so obviously he'll be back there with Durand, Vinny, a couple of other guys. I think, and I'm going to look right now, I think Mike Forstner is one of those guys that has to go to the back. Trying to take a look right now. Durand, Bigelow, Smith, Forstner, and Mackey all get to go to the back right now. It is a 5-point difference between Justin Durand and Brock Bigelow after 2 races. So Durand, Bigelow, Greg Smith, Mike Forstner, Brandon Mackey are going to be our 5. Bigelow working that high side. He's going to be good with the tire heat right there, running the high side a little longer way around. He may actually save a little tire, but there's your problem, what he did right there. If you are off just a little bit on your timing getting into the corner, you get up there and where it says the rock on the wall, you'll give it a good smack. And it's not a happy smack. There's the 43 of Reed Rundle. Oh, Father Time. A little different. It's a similar paint scheme, but a little different look on that truck. Got a couple tones of orange going on that thing now. It looks good. It's very unique placement for numbers and everything else. But here's one of our other SecureALift trucks. That's Ryan Campbell with the Hams Bear riding along. I asked him if he brought enough to share. He said, yep. He's pitching them out the window as he rides around tonight. So he's going to make for everything exciting for everyone. Tin cans and beer everywhere. I don't really know. I don't understand. He didn't bring me any, okay? Hey, Mary Lee. Aaron and Mary Lee from SecureALift Boat Lift Restraint Systems. Always in the chat. Love it. Is Dylan Herman here? Oh, Hayden Herman is here. Okay, the 01 of Hayden Herman. Got a Hayden Herman fan in the midst tonight. Don't be afraid to shout out, guys. Say hi. Let us know where you're watching from. And if you've got a favorite driver, make sure you shout them out. Last show for the week. Next week, full slate again. Monday night DSRL's Kings Roadhouse Truck Series. Those boys head for New Hampshire and round number 10. And then Tuesday night, Richmond International Raceway for the True Southern Florida Living Stock Car Series. And then we'll be back around here for round number 4 with these guys. We're ready for qualifying. All right, and we're watching Michael Everett at the moment. Let's go watch 27 Brock Bigelow. He'll get out here and make some heat for us, and then we'll go watch Garrett Boyd, Adam Vinny, some of the perennial fast guys in the qualifying sessions here. Vinny is usually a one-and-done kind of driver. We'll watch Mr. Bigglesworth. Got it to stick pretty good there. Can he get it to stick through 3 and 4? It might be a pretty hot lap. Oh, I think he missed it a little. I think he missed getting to the bottom a little bit right there. We'll see what he does. first time by. Greg Smith, or no, that was Cody Smith, I'm sorry, was quickest for a second, but 23.186 for Bigelow. Vinny, 23.228. We'll see second lap for both drivers. Garrett Boyd is about to complete his second lap as well. 23. Oh, Corey Blevins, 23.164, edges out both Vinny and Bigelow. Here's Greg Smith about to complete lap number 1. Got to beat a 23.16. Third quick. Lap 1. 23.22, so he just barely missed it. We're going to watch Reed Rundle here momentarily. Todd Cleek. Justin Durand has not rolled out yet. Second time by Reed Rundle now. Third quick. Smith got bumped down. Rundle, 23.20. Just a little less change. David Durand is on track. David Durand was having a monster run at the Monster Mile and then a disaster on a restart. Caused him all kinds of grief last week. Mike Forstner is just rolling out of the pits. So, David Durand, seventh quick, 23.28 seconds. Mike Forstner is about to complete his first lap here. I think he's going to bank it on 2. Hey, now we got all of our platforms because Tiny Dancer in the house on Facebook. First time by 23.62 for the 69 truck. Blevins, Bigelow, Arundel, Smith, and Vinny are the top 5 right now. Second time by just a slight pickup, 23.44, and 11th quick for Mike Forstner. Tyler Horn in the 26 truck on track. I'm still waiting to see if the 5 truck is going to go out for laps. Tyler Horn, 23.50 on his first. It's 13th fastest, right? Oh, boy. That'll make it go slower, especially when you lock all 4 of them down just to not hit something. So 21 drivers took time. Blevins, Bigelow, Rundle, Smith, and Vinny, the top 5. Downing, Wright, Boyd, Durand, Kemba, and Herman did not score a lap. So that is probably where we're going to end it. So 1, 2, 3 drivers in the top 5 in qualifying will be moving to the back of the field. Then the 11th place is going to go back there, and your points leader already at the back. But we will look at our starting grid, and I'll put the 24 of Corey Blevins, multi-time series champion, on the pole at Rockingham tonight. And he'll have the 27 of Brock Bigelow on his outside. Again, Bigelow going to the back. Reed Rundle, the 43, inside of row number 2, next to the 6 of Greg Smith, who will also vacate that outside row, and he'll drop to the back, which will move Todd Cleek from 6th to 2nd. Adam Vinny headed for the back as well, the 64 out of row number 3. And as I said, Todd Cleek will move all the way up next to Corey Blevins as all the spots beside and in front of him vacate. David Durand, the 42, row 4 to the inside with Cody Smith in the 7 on his outside. Brandon Mackey, the 99. Harley Barletta, the 81. Teammates in row number 5. Row 6, Mike Forstner out of that 11th starting position in the 69 truck. Back of the pack, Jack. And he had Brad Ebel in the 56 scheduled to start next to him. Tyler Horn, the 26. Michael Everett, the 8 in row 7. Row 8 is Coy Callis, the 2. Kyle Gomez, the 55. Todd Kieran, the 88, and Jonathan Scott in the 51. They make up row 9. Our 10th row is Russell Harrell, the 19, and Frank Chavez, the 23. Then the 28 of Don Jordan in row number 11 next to the 5 of Justin Durand. Durand will start dead last tonight in this race, and that's tough order to get to the front here. Garrett Boyd, the 21, Ryan Campbell, the 204, make up a row number 12. And our final couple of rows, Hayden Herman, the 01, Travis Downing in the 10, in the 13th, and the 14th and final row, the 95 of Gary Wright. All 27 drivers, it appears, have made the call. There goes Mackey. He's scooching out. Durand moved out in the back. There goes Greg Smith. There goes Brock Bigelow. So it'll reset the front. But Corey Blevins and Todd Kleek, then Reed Rundle and Cody Smith. Adam Vinny, inexplicably not. Oh, you know what? That's right. He had a bad week 1. That's why he's not in the top 5. He may be the truck to beat tonight. He's getting to start close to the front. We ain't going to have to watch him come through the field too much. He'll have Harley Barletta next to him in that 3rd row. And then it's David Durand and Brad Ebel. And Tyler Horn and Michael Everett will be the top 10 starting this thing. Well, Mary Lee, I don't know that you've seen anything yet. You got to wait for next season on the Monday night deal. Green flag coming out. Oh, spun tires. I'm not sure what happened to the 24. Maybe he tried to start in first gear. He got the rear bumper tagged pretty good. Everybody's going to get away clean, but Todd Kleek is going to have the lead. Cody Smith, Harley Barletta, then Blevins, Rundle, and Durand. That's David in the 42. Right in front of Adam Vinny. Car's way down low back here at the back. Somebody, Coy Callis, super slow off the pace there coming out of 4. And I'm not sure if he missed a gear or something happened. He had to pull down on the apron, but he has lost a lot of time to the pack. Get the view you can see. They weren't too wide back around this spot right here. That's the 51 of Jonathan Scott and Tyler Horn, the 26. They got it worked out right now. Don Jordan getting passed by Brandon Mackey. 204 truck, you know, we love the guy. He said, if anybody's going to find fence tonight, it's going to be me, and he's going to find more than one. He found the inside. He found the outside. Front end is completely knocked off the 204 car. And a very early night. Very, very early night for the 204. That's unfortunate. But he did say the cooler of hams was nice and ice cold, and maybe he was itching to get there. I'm not sure. Back up front, Kleek, Barletta, then Smith as Harley Barletta got around Cody Smith. Corey Blevins is trying to do the same, and Smith got the truck just a tiny bit out of shape getting into one, and everybody kind of stepped back for a second. David Durand now up to 5th. Reed Rundle, Adam Vinny, 6-7. Ebel, Everett, Gomez, and then Horn on 11th. Boyd already from the back. 11 spots improved. He's up to 12th. Keir, Scott, Mackey from that top 5 going to the back. Somebody clipped the fence hard. I think that was Garrett Boyd. No, it was Todd Keir in the 88 clipped the fence. I just saw black and red. Greg Smith is up to 17th from that group at the back. Brock Bigelow a couple spots behind. He's in behind the 10 of Downing. 19th at the moment. Justin Durand. Well, Durand kind of paces himself anyway. And he is going to be patient. Let this kind of work out. Let guys wear their tires down a little bit, and he'll pick them off when he needs to. He is not going to force the issue. And the guy right behind him, Mike Forstner, in that 69 truck, 21st in the running order at the moment. And he is going to try to follow in the tire tracks of the 5. Do what that guy does. You're bound to get a good finish out of it. Drop back. There's Downing. There's Harold, Hayden Herman, Gary Wright, Coy Callis, and Don Jordan. Don Jordan, 26th at the moment. Our first retiree, the 204 of Ryan Cambo. Harley Barletta to the front. Past Todd Cleek at the end of lap number 8. Right before we took the start of lap 9, and he'll lead all of lap 9. Corey Blevins now trying to make it another pass on the 45. Move himself to second. And it looks like he's got that accomplished right now. Oh, Cleek out of there we go. This might be a caution. Yeah, there's your caution, folks. Let's go back here. We'll watch the 45. Got out of shape. It corrected to the right. It comes back to the left every time. Let's just go see what it looked like at the end for the 7. He may be okay. Probably won't get much damage there. Oh, nope. He's going to have a little on the left front there. They might be able to pull that out. I don't really know for sure. But he should take a trip down pit road to the attention of the crew. That left front fender just pushed in above the tire a little. If they can pull that out, he may be just fine. He's going to have a long way to go to get back to the front. But he'll come down pit road. Tyler Horn will come down pit road. Todd Cleek already on pit road. And I think the 45 truck has a ton of damage. Right front, left front, rear end. He knocked the tailgate off of it. So we will see. But we make it to about lap 10, and then Barletta, Blevins, Durand, Rundle, and that's David Durand in the 42. Rundle, Vinny, Ebel, Everett, Gomez, Boyd, and Mackey will be your top 10 on caution number 1. Let's do a little something. Let's have some fun. Why not? Ryan Campbell, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
It looked ugly.
It felt ugly.
Okay. I just wanted to verify. When can I expect my to the booth gifts?
I tell you what, I'm crawling up to the truck right now. I got a 12-pack of hams with me. I'm walking up to the booth as we speak.
Well, be careful. They're still making laps out there. Don't, wait till they're on the back stretch or something, my friend. Yeah, it just looked like you got up there on the top and it kind of jumped away from you. And when it hit the outside fence, seemed like it broke the right front suspension immediately.
Yeah, something went from 4 wheels to 3 wheels. I don't know what happened. It felt like somebody came up through me, but I could be wrong. Who knows?
And the shot to the inside is what absolutely finished you off, man. Tough break, early night to get started with hams, so we'll see you here in a bit.
Thank you, Roger. You have yourself a wonderful night.
Ryan Campbell, have fun with that guy just because I can. And he takes it well. He's kind of like the old man. He's kind of like old Reed. Reed takes all the ribbon pretty well. He gives back sometimes. He's going to continue to get that, too, because I still haven't gotten my free pizza. So, ready for the restart in the restart zone, and Barletta got a pretty, I'll tell you what, Corey Blevins is having some kind of problem on the starts. It looks like he spun the tires on the initial, and he spun the tires on the restart. So he goes from outside the front row to third very quickly, and he's going to have Reed Rundle tucked in behind him. David Durand got by, and that might spell doom for a couple of these guys. Let's go check where our top 5 in points currently are. Garrett Boyd, not in the top 5 in points, I don't think. Brandon Mackey's right behind him. Mackey did go to the back. So many nights with so many guys going to the back, and it's easy to get confused. But Greg Smith, I know, was in the top 5, and so was Brock Bigelow, and there they are, 11th and 13th at the moment. They're trying to work around Kyle Gomez. Mackey already got by. Todd Keir kind of got in between Gomez and Bigelow had to shift and go from the inside to the outside. He likes it up there anyway. We watched him practice that line. Sky blue from the, okay, yeah, we'll get that. From the land of sky blue water. We'll make sure he knows. Now Bigelow gets clear. Here comes Justin Durand around Todd Keir as well. And he's got Mike Forstner in tow. Forstner just trying to do what Durand is doing. Smart, smooth, patient, get through the garbage. Because these guys getting out of turn 2. Man, you can see trucks dodging to the left like crazy. You don't want to get caught up in that because that stuff is garbage. That's how you end up in the rollaway dumpster. You get wadded up there. Just get a little closer to the front because Bigelow going to the high side, still working on Gomez, now trying to cut over. Greg Smith got a good launch. Off of 2 when he cut down. Almost to the corner of the 99 of Mackey. And now off of 4, he'll pull alongside. Greg Smith clear and into the 8th position. Mackey back to 9th. Everett is still 10th, but he's got a whole lot of company because he's got Bigelow peeking left, peeking right on him. Harley Barletta staying out front. I thought David Durand would go up there and put a lot of pressure on that 81. Try to get into the clean air. Brushed the fence getting into turn 3, and it kind of upset the truck, and he lost about 4 truck lengths. We talked about it a little bit ago. Rundle and Vinny were pretty much nose to tail back there. Now Garrett Boyd has inserted himself in between them. Brad Ebel is leading a group that is under fire. Greg Smith to the outside. Brandon Mackey just trying to keep pace with the 6 truck. And wherever the door opens, I'm sure he is going to want to dive into it. Went to the low side. He'll get around Ebel. Will Mackey use that open door and try to get to the bottom in 3 and 4? He surely does. Bigelow closing in on these guys. Durand is right there. And Michael Everett is now getting a little pressure from the 69. He already lost a spot to Durand. And I'll tell you what, Forstner doing the same things that the points leader and last season's champion, is doing, and it seemed to be working. He is coming forward. Brad Ebel, that might bring us a caution, folks.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
Let's see if this starts in turn number 2. I got a feeling off the exit of 2, he'll catch fence. And then the truck unloads to the right. He hits the wall hard. He hits the inside wall even harder. And with the left front fender hanging off and sliding down a racetrack. Yeah, 56 truck. It is really strange how those happen. Because you come off, you get a little tight near the exit of the corner. You come off, and the truck jumps loose a little, and when it lands all the way over on that left rear, and it just pushes it back to the right. A little unstable. So let's go. No. Let me find this guy in. I got to move him so many times to get him here. But let's grab the driver of the 6 truck. You got a copy, Greg?
I do. What's up, Roger?
All right, man. You had to go to the back. And now you've worked your way up here inside about the top 6, 7 trucks. What's the racetrack like right now, and what is it going to take to finish this run and get that 6 machine out front?
Right now, man, it's just managing these tires and able to get around some of these slower trucks. I think some of these guys have already ruined their tires. Just trying to pace myself to stay in a smart situation.
Well, the closer to the front you get, the tougher they get to pass. What kind of game plan do you take? Because a lot of these guys in front of you, you're usually pretty quick.
Yeah, these are some good guys in front of me that are managing their tires. We got another house truck with Garrett up here in P5. I think if we just pace ourselves, we'll have a good turnout tonight.
All right, man. Well, thanks for taking the time. We'll keep an eye on, see where you end up. Hopefully we get to talk to you at the end of it. Good luck out there.
That's the plan. I appreciate it.
Greg Smith. I'm trying to get him back to his channel. You guys give me just a second, please, because that team channel is way at the bottom. There's so many team channels. All right, ready for the restart. Barletta and Durand on the front, then Blevins and Rundle. We'll watch the 24. He spun the tires on the start and the restart. We'll see if he spins the tires again, because he's got Garrett Boyd right behind him, and Boyd is usually Johnny on the spot for these restarts. So is Greg Smith. Last week, we saw both those trucks on a restart get wadded up and shoved to the inside fence, and that was not pretty.
Green flag, green flag.
A little different start, a lot smoother this time. Barletta got a pretty good launch. Durand is second. Now it's a fight for third. Blevins on the inside, Rundle on the outside. The outside should have some momentum for the first lap. We'll see if Rundle can drive by the 24. Not quite this time. And Garrett Boyd just wants an opening big enough to stick the 21 truck in. And he got it right there when Blevins went up the hill, but he had to really wait. And now Greg Smith got a big run. He didn't have to wait. And Smith will take the spot away from Boyd. Is he going to take the spot away from Rundle as well? Yes, he does. So Smith now up to fourth, and Rundle will get door to door with the 43 of Reed Rundle. That'll be for the 5th spot. Adam Vinny right behind that. Then Brock Bigelow, Justin Durand, and Brandon Maggie. So your top 5 in points. All but one has made it into the top 10, and the 5th truck is 11th. And he's right behind Durand and Mackey right there. So as they make passes, he'll probably try to follow them through. But he's driven it all the way from the back, and he's 11th at the moment. We haven't had that 69 truck in the top 5 in points as we have a pass for the lead. David Durand now takes the spot away from Harley Barletta. But we haven't had Mike Forstner in the top 5 since they started putting the top 5 to the back, I don't think. And he said he was going to take it a little more serious this season. And it looks to me like he is a man true to his word. Blevins third, Smith, and now Boyd up to the 5th spot. And Rundle and Vinny, teammates nose to tail right there. Corey Blevins catching some heat. Yeah, got a little loose out of 2, and that was a quick pass for Greg Smith. It bottled up Garrett Boyd and Reed Rundle. Had to really check the 43 truck up to stay out of the rear bumper of the 21 right there. Go back here to 10th place. That's Brandon Mackey in the 99, right behind his teammate, Brock Bigelow. It looks like Kyle Gomez is in that top 12, and he's hanging on to spots right now. They've got a pretty good gap from Gomez to Michael Everett. And then Todd Keir behind him, 14th. Cody Smith after the spin. And it looks like they got that left front fender pretty much squared out. So we'll see if the 7 truck can make his way back towards the front. His teammate Travis Downing right behind him. Then Gary Wright is 17th. Chavez Callis and Hayden Herman. And Callis and Herman were side by side momentarily right there for 19th and 20th. Jonathan Scott, Don Jordan, Tyler Horn, and Russell Harold. Russell Harold, a little over 10 seconds, about 10.25 seconds behind the leader. So far, Brad Ebel, Todd Kleek, and Ryan Kamba. Retirees from the race. Still 24 trucks on the racetrack, and all of them on the lead lap. David Durand easing away very, very slowly. They're starting to battle back behind at about 5th and 6th right now. Corey Blevins has slid all the way back to 7th, and he's in that dogfight, that wad of trucks right there. Adam Vinny around and through past Reed Rundle. Blevins trying to hold off. That's Brock Bigelow in the 27. Mike Forstner now trying to get around Mackey. That'd be for 10th. And there goes Justin Durand. Durand trying to make quick work of Reed Rundle. So from last, he started 27th. 40 laps in, and Durand now up to 6th. He's got Adam Vinny right in front of him, Reed Rundle right behind him. Slow, steady, and methodical. Let's go a little closer to the front because Barletta, all kinds of company. The 6 and the 21, Smith and Boyd, all over the bumper of the 81. They're just finding it hard to get position and move him around so they can open up a slot to get by him. This time, Boyd to the inside of Smith. And Smith is going to let him go and see if he can open the door that is Harley Barletta and let them both by. David Durand 1.1 seconds in front of this battle right here. And I don't think it's going to be just a lap or two, and it's going to be Justin Durand trying to figure out where the line is to get around Adam Vinny. He's already taking a peek, doing a feel here and there. As Boyd trying to get Barletta off that line, up that hill. And he's trying to do it without hurting his tires. Little wiggle out of 4, and that'll put him side by side with the 6 truck of Smith. They get it figured out, but they've brought Adam Vinny and Justin Durand right to the bumper of Greg Smith now. I think the 21 and the 6 are both faster than the 81, but the 81 is doing the right things to keep them at bay. He's placing that truck exactly where it has to be. They're losing time to the 42 for sure. This time the door way wide open, and Boyd gets alongside. Now it'll be a lot harder for Barletta to defend this down here in 3 and 4. Boyd will go by, and Barletta will slice right in behind him. And whoa, Garrett Boyd, you can see his hands through the windshield working right there. Out of turn 4. And now Greg Smith got to the same spot that Boyd got to. He just couldn't get alongside as Barletta left a wide swath. Justin Durand got around Adam Vinny during that exchange, and now he is fifth right behind that 6 truck. Door open for Smith again. I don't know. He's got to get all the way alongside. He's got the fender there now. He'll get to the bottom in 3 and 4. Up the hill, and that may make him 3 wide coming out of turn 4. This could be disastrous. Harley Barletta, the Ryan Newman of the Midwest Truck Series. As Durand got past Smith, and that was a tight fit getting in that gap, but he is still not even past Harley Barletta yet. Adam Vinny, Brock Bigelow is there, so is Brandon Mackey. Now Barletta way up the hill. Durand free and clear up to the 3rd spot. Brock Bigelow around Adam Vinny. That puts him in the 6th spot behind Greg Smith. Brandon Mackey is trying to make that same move on the 64. Meanwhile, David Durand is riding off into the sunset. 1.2 seconds now, and Barletta out of shape. Off of 2, and Smith goes by on the high side. Bigelow is trying to do the same as Barletta dives off and heads for pit road on lap number 52. So Durand is clear of Boyd by 1.7 seconds now. Justin Durand in the 3rd spot. Greg Smith, little wiggle out of 2 right there. Don't want to do that too many times. Then Brock Bigelow, Adam Vinny, Brandon Mackey, Reed, Rundle, Kyle Gomez, Corey Blevins into 10th, and Mike Forshner still the 11th. He was up to 10th for just a little bit. David Durand not going to pit road again. Can they make it to about lap 62 or 63? Sideways out of 2. Quickly gathered it back up, did Boyd. So it stayed about 1 3/4 seconds from 1st to 2nd, but now Justin Durand starting to work the bumper over on the 21 truck, playing peekaboo in those mirrors, and he may have the inside getting into 1 and 2. Boy, that was close. They couldn't have got any closer without touching right there. But it opens the door on the exit of 2 for Justin Durand to get a run and get completely alongside Garrett Boyd. "56 laps in the books. About 5-6 laps shy of being halfway right here. Tell you what, we're going to go back here because Brock Bigelow's got his hands full. He is working around Greg Smith, but Brandon Mackey got down and almost got into the rear bumper of the 27. He was wanting to use that open slot as soon as the 27 cleared. There goes Greg Smith to pit road. That was late, but I think he got it in there. I don't think he got a pit road violation. So now we got to go to the front as once again Garrett Boyd sideways off turn 2. And he's so good at controlling those slides. It's hard on the right rear, but he is so good at controlling those trucks and cars when they start to slide like that. Gap starting to open up first to second. It's now 2 seconds. About 3 or so more laps and the boys can make it. I'll tell you what, 21 truck. He is driving it. Everything it's got, he's trying to get out of it. And he got it real sideways in the middle of 3 and 4, and I think he's going to have to yield the spot here. Because Justin Durand got a launch. And he'll move it. So it's Durand and Durand, 1-2. Boyd is third. Bigelow and Mackey in your top 5. Rundle, Herman, Blevins. Forstner up to 9th. Everett 10th. Adam Vinny has made his run on and off pit road. He gave up a top 6 spot to do it. We're about 2 seconds off. Oh, no. Is that Boyd getting into the fence back here? Yeah, and he is going to head for pit road. It's like all the tires are up on that 21 truck. He just used everything up in them. And he might have one down. He may be on the inner liner of the right rear. I'm not sure. But he's right around halfway, so we just got to manage a little bit so he can make a late run. So David Durand, Justin Durand, Bach Bigelow, Brandon Maggie, Reed Rundle are our top 5 currently. Aiden Herman in 6th, Mike Forstner 7th, Corey Blevins 8th, Coy Callis and Michael Everett through 10th. As some of the guys that have been on and off pit road with fresher tires are starting to rip and tear their way by. Corey Blevins heads for pit road. Garrett Boyd is still on pit road. I think he's exiting. It looks like he's got a little right front fender damage, but we'll see what that does out here. It's just a little pushed in. We are well past the halfway point. Brock Bigelow still third. Durand is about to have to give some space to the 7 of Cody Smith and the 55 of Kyle Gomez as they're on fresh tires. And he will let them go very quickly. He is 1.6 seconds behind David Durand, so he's made up about a half second since he got around Garrett Boyd. Still waiting on the top 2. 3rd place, 4th place, 5th place. I think we're waiting for everybody back to about 10th place to make a pit stop here. Reed Rundle will be one of those that drops off and goes to pit road. Into his box. Let's see, does he take 4? Because he is well past halfway. Hayden Herman on pit road. 4 tires going on there. There's the 01 of Hayden Herman headed for his pit service. Justin Durand on pit road, lap number 68. So we'll have to make about 57 laps then to get to the end. That puts Bigelow 2nd, Mackey 3rd. Forstner just went by to take 4th. Here comes Michael Everett, Gary Wright, Frank Chavez right there as well. Todd Keir, Adam Vinny 9th now. And he's got Corey Blevins side by side with him. Blevins is not back on the lead lap yet. He's 17th. So Brandon Mackey assumes the lead as Durand and Bigelow both head for pit road. 42 of David Durand. Attention to his crew. There goes Bigelow up on the right sides. I see Mike Forstner in as well. Michael Everett, Gary Wright head for pit road. puts Adam Vinny second behind Brandon Mackey. Mackey is stretching this thing. I think he pitted on the caution earlier. He did not. He has not pitted yet. Brandon Mackey has not seen pit road. He almost got knocked into the wall right there by a car on fresher tires. He got in, got tight, and scooted up the hill. Mackey may be praying for a caution, trying to trap all these fast guys a lap down, get fresher tires, and see if he can steal one of these. He's only going to have about 52 or 53 laps to go. He gets to the bottom. Is he pitting this time? It looks like he might. And then he makes a liar out of me and keeps on going. Greg Smith, about 4 seconds behind Adam Vinny. Harley Barletta a little bit behind that. And then you'll fall back to Don Jordan, the first truck not on the lead lap. He's right behind Mackey right there. And Don Jordan heading for pit road. 73 complete, working 74. You can tell 2 laps, and Adam Vinny's been 2 seconds a lap faster because he's got it down to about 14 seconds now. Justin Durand right there. Durand not on the lead lap. First truck not on the lead lap. Garrett Boyd behind him. And Boyd isn't far behind him. A couple of seconds. Then David Durand in and out of the pits from the lead to 7th place currently. As Justin Durand is going to unlap himself right there. Goes around Brandon Mackey. So 1 full circuit behind the 99 now. We need to watch. Is Mackey going to duck off and go to pit road? It does not look like it. And a couple of laps, and Vinny cuts a couple more seconds down. So he's got it down to 12. Greg Smith around Travis Downing right there. And Smith now 2.5 seconds behind Vinny. Then Barletta quite a ways back. And then here comes Justin Durand. Durand's already cut 6 seconds out of the lead, and he just got by Mackey about a lap and a half ago. So Mackey is just trying to stretch it as far as he can, have fresher tires as long as possible on the short run here. Well, I thought when he dipped to the bottom right there, he was for sure going to pit road because he made sure he was on the bottom. Ten seconds from first to second right now. We're waiting. The last truck to go is this one right here. That's why we're focusing on the 99. He's the only truck that hasn't been to pit road, and there he goes. Finally. Going to have 45 laps to go when he comes out. That'll cycle him through because Vinny was on earlier. And Adam Vinny will cycle through to the lead now. Should be able to make it on fuel. I don't know what his tire. Oh, my. This changed a lot of things. It's going to put a lot of trucks back on the lead lap. Well, let's go see what happens here. Oh. Well, let's go and watch that again. He got hit by Blevins, got a little tap from Gomez. Yeah. That will probably make driver 21 super smiley. But what a caution. What a time for that caution. That is absolutely going to help Brandon Mackey. Mackey's going to get out of the pits. He's going to be in the top 10 or 11 trucks. He's going to be on the lead lap. Oh, he'll get a wave around. The truck that was the lucky dog, not the lucky dog. He spun out. So we're going to watch Adam Vinny's pit stop here because he may have only taken fuel. I think he took 2 tires on that first stop. We'll see if he has the left sides put on this time. Now, right side's going on. So maybe he took lefts on the first stop. He's going to take rights this time. A little bit of fuel to get there. Nope, all 4. That'll cycle through and put the 6 truck out front. Greg Smith, Harley Bartlett second. Justin Durand now third. David Durand fourth. Brock Bigelow, Kyle Gomez, Coy Callis. Adam Vinny rolling out of the pit eighth. I'm sorry. Brandon Mackey's going to take the wave around. You'll be scored 9th. And then Hayden Herman, the first truck a lap down right now, in 10th place. So Mackey staying out as long as he did, kept a lot of trucks trapped a lap down. It's going to give him a chance on 4 fresh tires. It's going to give Adam Vinny an opportunity on 4 brand new tires. You're not kidding there, Mr. Scott King. That's amazing. He does a lot of it, too. So we'll get ready up front because Greg Smith chose the outside of the front row for the restart. Uh-oh. Big blink out of the 6 truck. Going to have about 42 laps to go. Everybody should be able to make it on fuel. I don't think fuel is a problem. Tires, on the other hand, you've got varying degrees of wear on all the tires out there right now.
Green flag, green flag.
A green flag. In the air, little spin of the tires by the 81. And that checks up that whole inside line. That's going to make things interesting. Adam Vinny, Brandon Mackey both have brand new tires. They are 7th and 8th at the moment. Brock Bigelow got around Adam Vinny right there. And the toughest truck on the track to pass all night long. Up the hill. He'll give a spot away to the 5 truck, the 27. Now that he's got it back up underneath him, will he make it difficult on the 64, the 43, the 55, and the 99? 64 truck looks like he's going to get by pretty easily. That may just be a difference in tires right there. Reed Rundle goes by. Brandon Mackey goes by. Truck's nicking the fence up here as Greg Smith is trying to hold off Brock Bigelow, Adam Vinny, Reed Rundle, and company. Durand got through, and so did Justin Durand. So David and Justin both through, and they're 1-2 once again. This is where we were when the pit cycle started. Durand, it was actually Smith and not Bigelow, but Smith has fallen back a little bit. Vinny right behind Bigelow. Now Brandon Mackey gets around Smith and Gomez. Reed Rundle is right in there. Where is Rundle scored? Reed Rundle is 2 laps down. I did not realize that he was 2 laps down. I'm going to go with something that's probably a big fat limb to sit on. He got a speeding penalty on pit road under that green flag pit stop. That's a big, long hold. Vinny and Bigelow going to go at it here. Bigelow will give him the spot, and Mackey's going to try to use the 27 being up the hill right there to go around him as well. I just don't see how Bigelow's going to hold him off. Those tires are a lot older. And Mackey trying to keep pace with Vinny. That may be the race for the win right there because they have fresher tires than everyone in front of them. .34 to go. You can tell the difference in fresher tires. They just close so quickly. In up the hill, and he moves Durand way wide right there. Adam Vinny to second place. Brandon Mackey now trying to get clear. So Mackey through to third. David Durand, Adam Vinny, Brandon Mackey, Justin Durand, Brock Bigelow, the top five. Greg Smith, Kyle Gomez, Coit Callis, Harley Barletta. Last truck on the lead lap in ninth. And then Hayden Herman in 10th. He just needs a caution. Adam Vinny. Not going to play around. When he gets to you, he wants to go by. And with the 42 up the hill, Mackey says, I'm coming too. I want to not let the 64 get away from me. We saw a great battle between those two drivers at Phoenix to end the season last season. So 30 to go. And now it's Vinny, Mackey, Durand, Bigelow. Greg Smith is still sixth. Kyle Gomez is seventh. And Coy Callis with a good run inside the top 10 tonight. He may be seventh in a second. That's the 21 of Garrett Boyd. Boyd is 2 laps down in 14th. He got turned coming out of turn 2. Dodging, dipping, weaving all over the place. The 2 in the 55 racing hard. That's going to put the 21 in the 95 right there, side by side. Some of the best action on the racetrack right here. That's Chavez in the 23. He'll go around Boyd. The damage may just be a little too much on the 21. Handling kind of going away on that truck. Let's go look at 8th place. Kyle Gomez. Not the last truck on the lead lap, but close to it. He's got Chavez, Keir, Boyd lined up behind him. They're all in front of Harley Barletta. Barletta is the last truck in 9th on the lead lap. Mike Forster back inside the top 10. Coming down to 25 laps to go. Vinny and Mackey about 0.4 of a second separating them. They are about 2.5 seconds ahead of David Durand, and David Durand has about 1.2 seconds on Justin Durand, and Durand is going to have a mirror full of 27 of Brock Bigelow here pretty quick because he's only about a half second back. So Vinny keeping it about 4 to 5/10 of a second. He's going to be in lap traffic here pretty quickly. That's going to be Russell Harold. Harold 21st in the running order. About 4 laps off the pace. Well, he will be. He's nearly 4 laps off. And Vinny's starting to inch away now from Mackey as Harold goes way up the hill. Bump the fence getting out of the way of the 2 leaders right there. Wanted to go back. It looked like they were a lot closer coming out of turn 4 than they actually are. So we're going to be 20 to go this time out of turn number 4, and it's still about 0.6 of a second. Justin Durand, the current points leader, in the 4th spot. And Bigelow is very slowly inching forward. It's just a very, very, very minuscule amount each lap. David Durand is about to be the lap traffic. Russell Harold is the first one he'll get to in the 19. And then Cody Smith. Smith is 19th, and he is 3 laps down. Vinny Mackey have maintained that 0.6 of a second. It's almost stretched out to 0.7 now. Greg Smith is still 6th place. He's got Coy Callis sneaking up behind him now. It's about 6 truck lengths. They're in lap traffic. It's Gary Wright in the 95, right in front of him. Frankie Chavez in the 23, right behind those 2. A big swerve down the backstretch from both the 6 and the 2. Kyle Gomez, and Gomez has got a pretty safe gap in front of Harley Barletta for the moment. It's about 1 second. Barletta getting hounded by the 10 truck of Travis Downing. And Adam Vinny is about to inhale these 2. So 9th place, is in jeopardy of going a lap down as well. So Vinny right behind Barletta. Barletta 9th in the running order, the last truck on the lead lap at the moment. 14 laps to go. Mackey got slowed up getting around the lap truck of Travis Downing just a little bit, and he lost about 0.3 of a second. I said Bigelow was inching in slowly on Justin Durand. That has ceased, and now Durand is starting to ease away from him. He took it from about 8 truck lengths out to about 3/4 of a second now. And Greg Smith, Coy Cal still almost tied together at the bumper. That was close. Callis got into the corner really good there in turn 1. Smith really was waiting on the truck to settle, and they almost touched mid-corner. You see Adam Vinny behind them. Callis in 7th. And he's about 2.5, 3 seconds ahead of Adam Vinny. He's opened it up to about 1.1 seconds on Mackey now. He'll come around to 10 to go this time. Ninth place. Had to go to the back in the top 5 in points. Now up to 9th. He's about 11 seconds behind 8th place. He is going to have to find some speed if he is going to catch up to Harley Barletta. 9 to go. 1.5 seconds to gap first to second. David Durand. Justin Durand closing in. So we may see a swap for the final podium spot. Vinny Mackey, David Durand, Justin Durand, Brock Bigelow. It's been that way since Vinny took over the lead, got around the 2 Durands. This has been the running order. We're going to be down to 6 to go. Almost wave lap time. Brock Bigelow still in the top 5. He was one of the trucks that had to go to the back. Mackey, Justin Durand, Bigelow, Forstner all went to the back.
All right, man.
Caution! And that could be a game changer. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch the 99. He was about 1.3, 1.4 seconds back right here. Oh my, that didn't start with him. Yeah, let's go here. Let's go watch a little far chase action. Yep, we're gonna back that up even further. It's Frank Chavez behind Michael Everett. Brushes the fence. The truck unloads, reloads to the right. Now he's going to hit the inside. This happened earlier in the race, too. Brushes it off that fence, and there's nothing that Smith can do right there. And then Mackey gets a huge piece of that. Wow. Game changer. So we are liable to get some overtime here. Coy Callis looks like he will lucky dog it. Almost everybody is on pit road. Both of the Durands, Bigelow, Smith, who was part of that, Mackey was part of that. Barletta's going to go get tires as well. Coy Callis will get himself onto pit road and get back. This is going to be a big change. Not going to be much in the way of laps left. 1 or 2. And if we catch another caution, we may get some overtime. Barletta. Not on the lead lap. Man, we only have what shows 5 or 6 cars on the lead lap now. Durand and Durand Bigelow behind Vinny. Mackey staying out. Left front fender completely gone off the 99. I'm not sure if he knows it. We're one to go already. Adam Vinny, Brandon Mackey.
All right, man. Lights are back on the pace car.
Yeah, we're going to stretch this
We're
out.
not going green.
Since we're not going to go green, let's see if we can. Adam Vinny, do you have a copy?
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
All right, I got to ask, how vulnerable are you feeling at this very moment?
This is painful. This basically says it all for the way the season's been for me, my own doing and other people's doing on me. So, yeah, I really did not want that caution to come out.
Oh, I know you didn't. I know you
Yeah,
didn't.
what
Now
can
you're
you
up
do?
here. You got a lot older tires and the two behind you on fresh skin. You're going to have to be pretty near perfect for about 2 laps here, aren't you?
If my tires hold up, towards the end of the run, the right front is really getting hot and starting to push. So just got to do what we could do, and yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right, my man. Well, we thought we'd holler at you and see how you were feeling getting ready for this restart. Good luck to you, man. Hopefully we get to talk to you again here shortly.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Adam Vinny in the 64. He's out front, the control car right now, and he is going to get things restarted. And I have faith in him. I do. I think if he can get a perfect restart, he is going to have to do everything he can to try to stop everybody behind him. I think Mackey's going to be a little help. Oh, no. Little swerve, a little merve, and now the inside is open, and there goes David Durand to the inside. Justin Durand to the outside. Brock Bigelow going through. Is Bigelow going to be able to keep his string of podiums alive? Vinny's still in the 4th spot, and he's got a pretty good gap here. We'll see if he can hang on to at least that. But it is David Durand to the white flag. The next flag is going to end it. Bigelow tried to find the middle and the run down the hill, and now he's going to have to protect, and I'm not sure he's going to get it done. To the inside, but out of 4. Checkered flag showing. David Durand is going to win at Rockingham. Justin Durand will hang on for 2nd. Brock Bigelow keeps his string of podium finishes alive. Vinny 4th, and Mackey with a torn-up race truck. With a top 5 finish, Coy Callis in 6th. That's the last truck on the lead lap. Then it's Kier, Barletta, Everett, and Herman through your top 10. Mike Forstner with an 11th place finish here tonight. Wright, Rundle, Scott Blevins, Smith, Boyd, and Downing through 18th. Greg Smith, 19th. Chavez, Gomez, Harold, Jordan, Horn, Ebel, Cleek, and Camba. The official finishing order. All right, we are going to try to do what we can here to get a good camera angle for you. And we're going to try to talk to our drivers. I am going to have to wait for the other two to make... Oh, there they are. They have made their way. All right, let's get ready to talk to the driver. Finished 3rd tonight. He'll keep his string of podium finishes to start the season intact. Brock Bigelow, interesting one at the very end, for sure.
Yeah, I definitely wanted that caution. Maybe a couple laps earlier would have been nice, so we could have had some, a little bit longer run on those tires. But lucky had a set left over. So I mean, is it weird that I'm like disappointed because I felt like I really had a shot at it and just didn't capitalize, especially going into 3 there, giving up the bottom, thinking maybe I could roll the top and just get a mega run down the hill. But hindsight's 2020, I guess. But definitely take a third here.
Well, we saw you practice that line many times there during the happy hour session. It looked like you kind of had it dialed. It just fresh tires. I think the bottom. It really has a huge advantage at this racetrack.
Oh, it totally does. I mean, you got to be close enough to the car in front to make that sort of chopped line work. I mean, you're starting basically at the top of a hill and letting gravity push you out of the corner too. But yeah, I needed to be a little bit closer, but was going to try something. I mean, I was right there, had a heck of a restart, and whole race went good. I mean, just biding my time, picking my way through traffic, not taking any unnecessary risks, keeping the tires on it, and just consistently quick the whole night. Can't really complain. I mean, competition is stiff this season. Holy smokes.
Well, an awesome job, man. This is a tricky track. Another podium, and that's going to keep you close in the points as we head to round 4. I think you're going to need a couple of small breaks maybe if you're going to overtake that guy in the 5 truck.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I'm going to be out the next 2 weeks. So
I forgot about
drop
that.
week will be next week. Yeah. Yep, I'm going to be out the next 2 weeks. Yeah, not all bad. I mean, a lot in my life's happened right now, and I'm blessed and happy and thankful for everything. But I also love running with these guys. Midwest Truck Series. And thanks to SecureALift Boat Lift Restraint Systems for coming on board this truck and sponsoring the league and being so involved, not just in our league, but they're really getting into it across. We cross-pollinate between Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, and they're getting involved everywhere, which is just fantastic. The Dirt Racing Network for the great coverage. Chippewa Landing, NVO Automation, Dan Bundy Logging, My UP Home, Nye Welding Equipment. A lot of awesome people involved with this, and watch and tune in, and yep, just happy to keep the streak alive here.
All right, man. Well, congrats on the run. We'll miss you for a couple of weeks, and can't wait to see what happens when you come back. Maybe you'll go on a streak of winning some races.
That'd be nice. I'd like to close it out.
Awesome job, man. Thanks for chatting with us.
Thank you. Appreciate
Brock
it.
Bigelow, 3rd tonight. Now let's move on. He's been a winner. He's leading the points. He has to fight a little bit at the end to get second. But Justin Durand, you'll extend the points lead a little bit with a 2nd place finish tonight.
Yeah, you'll take podiums all day. Was a venture fighty from the back. Got a caution early on to kind of reset the field, so that helped a ton. Felt actually really fast in the long run. It was a very I know I was catching David and company later before that first green flag pit cycle. It was a big shame that got that yellow around lap 80 or something like that, because I had a 4-second gap on him after the pit cycle, and I was catching the guys in front at pit 12, 15 laps, so they were not going to hold me off by the end of the race. So overall good run fighting from the back. Take top 5s all day long.
Yeah, it looked like a lot was going on at the beginning. You were kind of picking and choosing your times to pass cars, maybe trying to save a little bit, and I'm sure that was part of what led to you making to about, lap 67 on the first run, which is phenomenal to get that far past halfway. But then after that, things got a little chaotic.
Yeah, early on was trying to save as much as I could, because it was going to be hard to pass people on eco tires. It's you got to get underneath them, but they can protect that. But then also it's very hard to make a pass on the top because you lose so much time on entry. So yeah, I just had to pick the passes smart, not cost myself a lot of time, not burn up my stuff. Just made up ground quietly. Wish we just kept it green through the entire race after that first or second yellow. So disappointed because that was probably going to be a win with the gap I had David on the pit cycle, but great to see us finish 1-2.
Yeah, it looks like, your points lead, it was 5 coming in. It'll probably be near double that. And then, the guy right behind you is going to miss the next couple. So you're going to have to start looking a little further down the list to see who's going to come make the challenge. Defending a title is a whole lot harder than winning one sometimes. So with all the hungry hounds at your heels, who are you looking at the most?
Look, I guess you said second place. So that's Brock, so that's unfortunate. He's gonna miss a couple races because he's been really fast to start season 2. Uh, Obviously, David's shown a lot of speed, so we'll probably get climb up with those standings pretty quickly. But you obviously got to look at the 64. I mean, he's fast everywhere, so he had a very good strategy move tonight, pitting early, and then got that caution. Was the only one to pit. Thought he was going to probably run away with it there. Very unlucky for him, but he's obviously one to watch out for every week.
All right, man. Some shout outs, some thank yous, and then I'm going to ask you a favor to hang around in that waiting room for me for a couple minutes. So I shut the broadcast down, okay?
I got you. Just shout out everybody here in the Midwest Truck Series. It was a couple yellows, not terrible racing. It was very good long run. Just wish we kept it green, but still appreciate everybody for showing up tonight. And then, as always, SecureALift Boat Restraint Systems for sponsoring the league, so we appreciate their support. Can't do it without them. And then you guys and the Dirt Racing Network for broadcasting another good race for us tonight.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the run. I'll talk to you here in just a couple of minutes.
All right, thanks, Roger.
Justin Durand, second tonight, and now let's move on to the brother. Not that kind of brother. The real brother. David Durand, who puts the 42 truck on the top of the podium tonight. It wasn't easy, and it didn't look good at the very end until you got the caution.
Yeah, that yellow came out at the right nick of time for sure. I mean, the yellow before that kind of put us in a hole, and we were falling back a little bit too. So I mean, well, I am not complaining at all. I mean, this truck was pretty fast as the run progressed, and as the temperatures were going down a little bit too. So it was getting better and better as the run was going on for sure.
Well, it looked like after the second caution, or second to the last caution there, I was kind of surprised. A couple of guys came in. A lot of you guys stayed out, and you'd already run quite a few laps. And you had to know some of those fast guys that went in were going to at least have one set of tires. You were banking on a late caution because a set of tires in the pits is something you don't want to leave at a place like this.
Oh, 100%. I just think you doing, at the end of these races, you just, you never know what can happen, and leaving when you're only very limited on that set of tires as it is, you kind of have to really pick and choose, are you going to pick them at this yellow and hope that there's not a late yellow in between, and you get screwed at the end of the day. So lucky for myself and my brother there at the end, we get the tires at that late race yellow and found a way to go 1-2.
Well, an awesome job, man. You're going to pick up the win here tonight. Some shout-outs and some thank yous, and then I'm going to ask you to go hang out with your brother for a minute till I shut the broadcast down. I want to talk to you too, okay?
Gotcha. I just want to thank Midwest Truck Series. This is my second week here. It's been a blast running with these guys. A lot of good racing, a lot of good competition, including Justin as well. He's really good in the trucks. He's way better than I am. So when it comes to the trucks, but also SecureALift Boat Life Restraint Systems, and also the Dirt Racing Network. So really proud of you guys for you guys to be aboard as well. So I will go back and watch this broadcast at the end of the night.
All right, man. Congrats on the win, and Aaron and Mary Lee chiming in the chat saying great racing. So they congratulate you on your win too. Hang out for me for just a minute, and I do appreciate you taking the time to chat.
Thank you, Roger. I appreciate it.
David Durand picking up the win in front of his brother Justin, and they both finish in front of Brock Bigelow. Man, it's going to be crazy. Brock Bigelow going to miss 2 weeks. When he comes back, the string can still be there, the podiums, but he is going to have a hard time digging out of that hole, even with a drop week, of making it back on points to try to pick up his second series title. Right now, it looks like it's a pretty good bet that the 5 truck is going to be one of the contenders at the end of this thing, and he's going to try to go back to back. So we'll see how that plays out. Awesome race, a lot of fun, interesting. Late race cautions. We say that, green flag pit stops can be a game changer, but late race cautions also really turn the tide and flip the script for a lot of drivers. And we've seen that multiple nights of the week in multiple series. So always interesting to see how those play out. I want to thank you guys for being here. Without you, there's no reason to do it. Without all the awesome leagues giving us fantastic racing on a nightly basis. And we get it every single night. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Every week. There is nothing for us to cover, so a high five and a pat on the back to everybody involved, both sides of the coin there. all the sponsors for all the series. Without you guys, we don't get to watch this stuff because the broadcasting stuff is well, it's not free. UNICEF may do this one day, but until then, we have to have a financial backing to get these things on the air. So we appreciate all the sponsors that put up all the money to get these leagues on the air because the racing's awesome and it is well worth it. So thank you guys for that. Till we see you again, peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down for us at all times. Come back and see us as soon as you can.